welcome to WhoKnowsThisStuff.com. Did you know that in March 2008, the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin was selected by the United States Department of Energy to be one of America's top 25 solar cities? We find ourselves here in Milwaukee today, coincidentally, at a company called Hot Water Products. As you can see back behind me, we've got some solar panels on the wall, and we're going to go inside today and we're going to talk about solar thermal, whether it's used for domestic hot water, for radiant in-floor heating, so on and so forth. But we don't really know a whole lot about solar thermal, so we're going to go inside at Hot Water Products and we're going to talk to the experts. Come with me and let's simplify solar thermal.
A solar heater is actually a very simple device. A flat panel or tube system typically sits on your roof. It has no moving parts. When the sun hits the collector, it heats the water in the pipe. The heated water rises throughout the coiled pipe automatically, where it is stored in a standard water heater tank in your mechanical room. Although you can use the heated water to meet the hot water needs in your home for things like bathing, hand washing, and washing your clothes, you can also use it for heating your home in the form of either a radiator, forced air system, or a radiant in-floor system. Let's now discuss which solar products are right for you, the federal and state incentives available to you to install a system, along with the importance of designing and engineering a system for your home or your commercial applications. Let's first start by asking the question, how does a solar panel work, and how does that heat get to my hot water tank?
Here we are standing in front of a mock-up of a solar thermal domestic hot water system. Let's go through the system's components. Firstly, we have to have a solar panel, whether it's mounted on the roof of the building, of the home, on the ground. They can be ground mounted, or they can be sidewall mounted. Next, we would have a drain back tank. Now, the drain back tank is used for two things: freeze protection and overheat protection. Then we would have our solar thermal tank, and then piped into the solar thermal tank is our domestic hot water heater. That's as simple as it is. This is what you're going to see in your mechanical room, okay, in your home or in your business when you have a solar thermal domestic hot water system installed. Pretty simple. Not a lot to it.
Solar water heating systems include storage tanks and solar collectors. There are two types of solar water heating systems: active, which have circulating pumps and controls, and passive, which don't. Most solar water heaters require a well-insulated storage tank. Solar storage tanks have an additional outlet and inlet connected to and from the solar collector. In two-tank systems, a solar water heater preheats water before it enters a conventional water heater. In a one-tank system, the backup heater is combined with the solar storage in one tank. Three types of solar collectors are used for residential applications. We have a flat plate collector, we have integral collector storage systems, and evacuated tube solar collectors.
The flat panel collector is a collector that's been around for a very long time. They have redefined how it's put together as far as the Fen tube and collector absorber plate situation inside of it. But the flat panel is going to be a product that's going to be very around for a long time. The other type of collector is evacuated tubes, somewhat newer to the market. An evacuated tube is a tube that has a vacuum in it, so we don't have any ambient heat loss to the atmosphere, and it is encapsulated in a glass. So we do have a collection surface area that is spherical. Today in Milwaukee, we're about 83 degrees outside, pretty sunny day. Currently, our collectors are about 130 degrees, and our stored water temperature is about 123 degrees, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. So as we go through the day, the panel temperature will continue to increase, and we'll be able to produce more hot water throughout the day.
The third type of solar collector is an integral collector storage system. These panels work best in areas where temperatures rarely fall below freezing. They feature one or more black tanks or tubes in an insulated glazed box. Cold water passes through the solar collector, gets preheated, and then the water continues onto a conventional backup water heater, providing domestic hot water for your family. Now that we have discussed how solar systems work and the different styles of panels, let's highlight some important considerations when selecting a solar hot water system. Determine the local and state codes, regulations, and permits. Consider the economics. A site assessment should be conducted, and evaluate your domestic hot water needs. Now is the perfect time to consider a solar hot water system. With the federal tax credits and state and local rebates available, these systems are more affordable than they've ever been before.
On the federal level, there is a straight 30% federal tax credit on all systems, and there is no cap. That incentive program is around until 2016, I believe, and will be, so we'll be here for many years to come. On the state level, every state has a different program. I would encourage everybody to go to the website dsireusa.org and go to that website to find out what your particular state has. Here in Milwaukee, we have Focus on Energy to provide the statewide incentive program for us. What that does for us is they base their incentive on how many therms we're going to offset and give us a certain dollar amount for that offset. What we see typically on a small residential system or an average residential system is about $12,000. Now that's the upfront cost. That's before any incentives or rebate money is available to you. And that may sound like a lot of money, but if you look at the overall payback period on those things, you're looking at around 8 to 10 years on residential systems. So they are affordable. It's something that's going to last 30 to 40 years. So it is definitely a viable option for all of us out there.
As suggested, a typical residential system costs $12,000. Now, let's apply the federal tax credit of 30%. Let's couple that with a typical state incentive of 25%, and this now totals a 55% incentive. Add this to any local utility or municipal rebates or credits, and you can see how installing a solar thermal system just makes sense. The proper installation of a solar hot water system depends on many factors. Therefore, it is best to have a qualified solar thermal systems contractor install your system. After installation, properly maintaining your system will keep it running smoothly for many years to come. Regular maintenance on simple systems can be as infrequent as every 3 to 5 years, but should be conducted by a qualified solar thermal contractor. When screening potential contractors for installation and/or maintenance, ask the following questions. Does your company have experience installing and maintaining solar water heating systems? How many years of experience does your company have with solar heating installation and maintenance? And is your company licensed or certified? Having a valid plumber's and/or solar contractor's license is required in some states, so it is important to check your local requirements. Thanks for coming to WhoKnowsThisStuff.com today and learning about solar thermal energy. Obviously, I'm up here with a couple of panels, and as in the segment that you just watched, we were able to explain how the sun's rays are transferred through these panels, and at the end result, you open up your tap and you got hot water. Our mission at WhoKnowsThisStuff.com is to simplify renewable energy for you. Check back to WhoKnowsThisStuff.com for future episodes on updates on this renewable technology. As always, at WhoKnowsThisStuff.com, we do simplifying renewable energy.